Okay, I'm waiting for this live broadcast to start. Looks like it started. I'm seeing some green lights, but now I'm in Google. I'm not sure I want to be here. It's the second broadcast that I'm putting up here. I'm not using any kind of videos, pictures, or anything. It's just going to be a black screen. So what I'm going to try to do today is to just give you a rundown on what's coming up this week. So I'm going on to the State House website, and which is MA Legislature, legislature.gov/events. And I'm looking at the period of January 30th to 2/29. However, this will just be for a week because I'm just going to go up through the 4th. So on Monday, 11 a.m. informal House session, House chamber, and it's confirmed. Now we have H97, which all eyes are upon, which is a KCON bill, House bill, so that one is a basically psychology and bill which will limit parents' rights to communicate with doctors once a child has confirmed that they think they want to be the opposite sex. So this is a very hot bill. And on Thursday, they had the formal session ended without doing anything with it. There is still time for them to do something with it. So the first time something could be passed in informal session. So that's all that's happening on Monday. And on Tuesday, also, I want to remind everyone that February 4th, which is Thursday, is the deadline for any comments on the public record law, open meeting law bills that are in the legislature at this moment. So I'm having some things downloaded on my website. I apologize. I had to just click something there, and I hope they don't shut my computer down on me while I'm in the middle of this. So the public record open meeting law. So now if you would go to my other website, www.cpparchiveproject2015.wordpress.com, that will pull up a lot of the activity that we've had in the past year on the public record law courts, to different things on, but I'm not going to talk about those either. I want to stick to the topic here. So now on Tuesday at 10 a.m. we have a housing committee meeting in B1, public hearing. So I'm going to click on that. It's taking a minute to come up. Now, eventually, once I understand what I'm doing here, you people can call in. It will be a chat. I have tried to set it up, but there were so many different steps that I had to take. I was afraid I would crash my system, so I just didn't do it. Okay, so now I've got the housing screen up. Okay, this is going to be big. It's about 40B, an act further defining the 40B projects. Okay, so what we really need to do, somebody needs to videotape that hearing. Affordable housing, Littleton, accessory apartments, rental housing, zoning appeals. This is going to be a huge hearing. I really hope somebody in our group will videotape this end to end. So defining affordable housing, permitting for housing. We have got West Boylston mentioned here. Affordable Housing Review Commission. I mean, to me, this stuff, I don't know about you, but when I cover this stuff, this is exciting. So I like knowing what's going on here. And so I will tell you that I'm going back to the other page. And as I say, that's on February 2nd. Now on February 3rd, we have the formal joint session 46 without a calendar. I don't understand why they say that's completed. It's definitely in the House chamber and it will be recorded. So it's going to be a formal session without a calendar. So that means it's the mystery day, 1 p.m. They are going to do whatever and they are not going to let you know what they are doing. Now that could be the day H97 gets passed, who knows? Okay, it could also be the big tug of war for public record law. Okay, I forgot a bill. Go back to February 2nd. I mean, a committee hearing. Joint Committee on Transportation, going back to Tuesday. So Wednesday's just going to be House session. There's no scheduled meetings that day, but it looks like it's going to be a good day to watch from home or to be sitting right there on the balcony. Okay, so this is transportation. So now we have an act relative to the transfer of a certain road to the Commonwealth. Enhanced protection of the dig safe law. Vehicle checkpoints, here's one. Senate S 1832, defining special regulations for vehicle checkpoints. And that's an Ann Goby bill. Highway noise study in Quincy. Boat registration, master plan for the VFW Parkway. Coastal Scenic Byway, Essex. So everyone on the North Shore, that's one that you might like to check out. Bruce Tower's bill. Might ask him what that is. Distinctive registration plates for certain veterans who participated in the testing of atomic weapons. To me, I wouldn't do that, Ann Goby bill, because now the police have an idea that you could be picked up and targeted as other than being a patriotic veteran, they might want to target you as being a terrorist or something. I think that's kind of strange. An act relative to public safety on Furnace Brook Parkway. Construction of Route 3. An act designating Marshville the home of Senator Daniel Webster and Governor Edward Winslow. That's great. An act to ensure benefits through selective service registration. Jeff Deal bill H 2974. An act special regulations on vehicle special checkpoints. Carolyn Dykema. H 2981. An act providing for analysis of Route 60 in Arlington. Department of Highways to acquire a certain dam in the town of Norwood. An act relative to the use of Ponce Valley Parkway. Authorizing the city of Salem to establish the Salem Harbor Port Authority. That sounds interesting. Paul Tucker and Joan Lovely, H 3894. So again, this is on masslegislature.gov/events where you can find this list. And now I will go back and see. So that's on Tuesday. So Tuesday we now have said Housing and Transportation Committee hearings. This one's at 12:15 and housing was at 10. Okay, now I'm skipping to the 4th at 10 a.m. where we have the Joint Committee on Public Safety and Homeland Security. Okay. Training for law enforcement and dealing with individuals with mental illness. Training, body cameras, how about that? How about restoring community trust in Massachusetts law enforcement? S 1258, Jamie Eldridge. Police pursuits in the Commonwealth, pedestrian stop data. I mean, this is police, definitely all about police. I think it would be a good hearing for people who have pros and cons on what's happening with the police to show up again. And there are 27 bills. Independent Review Board for Police Shootings. I mean, this is like so hot. I just don't want to even read them all. It's too upsetting. So this is, again, this is, it's going to be in B1, first floor, Ashburton side of entrance, and it'll be smack there when you walk in. Okay. Now I'm going back. So that's it for this week. Okay, now I want to talk about the fact that CR News Team is a group of individual freelancers in Massachusetts who take it upon themselves to promise to cover one public hearing on Beacon Hill every year. So because we don't have the numbers for this membership, I am not holding people to the fire, but this is a new year. And obviously we have some very intense bills and very intense topics, and they all get discussed locally, not in your town hall. They get discussed locally on Beacon Hill. And so if you would like to join us and become a member, we would love to have you. All you need to do is take a local cable access class in your town. Excuse me. And that will give you access to cameras, equipment, run a TV show. That will give you access to a very, I want to say, simplistic approach to what is involved in putting on a TV show, but it also gives you your first level explanation of how to become involved in media. I just love the class. I love it. I think I've taken it twice, and we have a group in Beverly. You can even call me if you can't afford to pay the 25 bucks, call me, and we have some room available if you'd like to put together a class in Beverly. You can come in onto CR News Team. And I believe it's like 5 or 6 weeks that you have to go once a week. And at the end of it, you can come here from other towns. Beverly, I don't live in Beverly, but they do, it's close by, and they do allow other towns. But they really want you to be involved in Beverly. So if you're going to take a class in Beverly from another town, I would make a commitment either to volunteer in there or to volunteer with us, to be crew, help us out, and every bit of this helps. Okay. So this past week, I delivered. Oh dear. So I don't know how to. This is not a good call coming in. It's long distance, and I can't answer it. And I'm on the show, so I apologize. I can't shut it off. I'm not close to where the phone is able to answer. I know what I'll do. I'm going to answer it and hang up. That did it. Okay. So this week, I got a call, and I was asked if I would be interested in covering a meeting the next day, and I found out, yes, I would be driven to Boston. And so I covered the State Department of Education meeting, one part of the meeting, only from 8:30 to 9:30 at Roxbury Community College. And then I was given a lift over to the State House, where there were actually 3 other events going on. So I was able to cover 2 of them. And I had to bring those tapes in on Friday. And so that was something that I wanted to put together a letter to explain my project a little more when I bring the tapes in. So I put a letter together, and so this is going to be handed out to every single person, every committee. So at the State House, as we bring in a set of tapes. And so I'll read it to you. It's to the House and Senate chairmen or women from CR News Team members. CPPR Archive Project. the Coalition to Preserve the Public Record. As we start a new year, 2016, although many technology improvements have taken place in the past 12 years on Beacon Hill, we are still not able to see our public records preserved. Thus, our organization of freelance reporters, journalists, bloggers, TV, radio, DJ, radio, TV, local access members are willing to take this on. We will be adding to our membership and hope to achieve a full deck of members who promise one thing: to record on Beacon Hill one public hearing pro bono per year to retain active membership. You know, I should have just read this instead of trying to do it ad lib. And we will then be incorporating all that into the public online library form of public works documents. We've already achieved way more than 500 public hearings waiting to be included in this project. And we are suggesting that members record and bring actual files of each event they record to the House and Senate chairs. And this can be done by DVD, as I have done for 9 years, or it can be done on a flash drive, thumb drive, where the committees can save it to the system. It has been suggested that a hard drive of 1,000 gigabytes could be purchased by each committee, a cost of $100, or we can bring a DVD of the files loaded at our expense to the committee chairs. One exact copy for each chair to be shared with committee members on a committee on the committee for reference. And we will also have our copy, as we will be uploading as we establish a complete membership and proper online library site. It is our desire to deliver a copy within a reasonable time to the committee, and this could also be achieved at the site, as so much has transpired to technologically do that. This letter is to apprise every committee of our intent in the new year. It is not intact at this moment, but we're putting it in place. So our members are doing this pro bono. Each member has his own press pass recognizing his autonomy as a freelancer, as well as the identification for the group, and members are given credit for their production. A true unedited copy will be preserved at every hearing while covering and will be considered a donation from to the CPPR Archive Project, Massachusetts, for online access by citizens of the Commonwealth in all venues. A public copy can be ordered for a small fee at this time by the public. We do not get that many requests at this time. However, viewing, it's very clear, as posts save this count, the interest is definitely there. So please work with us on any press relation communications as our group members regularly disseminate information to the public. We move forward in this endeavor, building a hands-on public access public works library. Thank you for your attention. Okay, so I also wanted to include, and I did with just 2 committees, a petition that I carried to every elected official on Beacon Hill in October 2010. And it was the Massachusetts for Open Government Legislative Petition. We, the people of Massachusetts Commonwealth, demand that the legislature legally put themselves back under the open meeting public record law and cease squandering the public trust. The following requirements shall be implemented at the earliest calendar before the next term of office of the general court elections, 211 and 212. Of course, that didn't happen. And all legislative and all general court records shall become available to the general public within 30 days of any executive session. And all legislative general court public hearings shall be video archived and made available to the general public at local cable access TV for programming and live streamed on state webcasts for the disabled inclusive community. All legislative general court public hearings must meet all accessibility, federal, deaf, blind accommodation regulatory requirements, being conformed with proper sound solutions per public meeting whenever the public is invited. Finally, press entities shall be allowed to have a professional seating set up area and given proper clearance at all times. And please visit, now I had this petition up, I don't think it's still there, but it's called ipetitions.com, petition/com film registry news / I had a petition up for people to sign. So this petition is being drafted by Film Registry News as a direct result of videotaping and archiving public hearings, press conferences, and events since 2003 at the Massachusetts State House. The findings presented have been a documentary project of the Coalition to Preserve the Public Record, which Janet Aldridge, Catch of the Day, Video News, freelance reported implemented to review the processing of testimonies by the people of Commonwealth of Mass. The absolute disregard for legal testimony to the General Court of Massachusetts has astounded this reporter for the past 7 years. This finding is factual and has been validated by the Secretary of the Commonwealth, Francis Galvin's office, when it was stated that the legislature does not have to inform the public of any public hearing or even hold a public hearing. So that's that. And so this is the end of my comments for this week. And I will say that we are having a party for our members. And if you're interested, please call 978-468-7888. If you've listened to the end of this, definitely, we want you at this party. So you have to call for directions and be sent an invitation. So I'm getting a head count, and it will be next Saturday at noon for a brunch. And it's going to be very exciting. And so we hope to see you there. And I hope you were able to endure this whole tape. So have a great week, and please stay tuned, because we really hope to have this become a major event in Massachusetts, to have this freelance registry meet our goal of 350 members. Okay, bye-bye. Janet Aldridge, Catch of the Day Video News, Hamilton. crnewsteam@gmail.com. Let's see. How do I end this? Oh my gosh. Okay. Events now. Work from home. I can't end it. I don't know how to end it. Okay, that one's not good. Oh my God, I can't end this. Okay. That's okay here. No. That one can go. I can't end this. I can't. I'm going to be talking forever, or YouTube is going to listen to me for 8 bloody hours, and I'm going to have to shut the computer completely off. Okay, let's shut that off. Video editor, YouTube. Oh my God. Let's close that. Let's do it this way. How about that? Okay, this might be it. Shut that. Okay. Hangouts. Oh, here. Stop broadcast. I found the site. Oh my God. I didn't think I would end this. It's called Beacon Hill Scheduled Chat Up Week, ending February 6th. So I've ended. I'm so glad you're not going to get to listen to me for 8 hours.